Former Gibbes visiting artist Alice Colin has created a stunning tribute to 12 local women by uncovering their ancestral roots and transforming those discoveries into breathtaking portraits. Joining us today to discuss her new solo exhibition titled Where Are You From is Alice herself and Jordan Brown, Associate Curator, Contemporary Initiatives and Visiting Artist at the Gibbes Museum of Art. Ladies, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Alice, your work, is just absolutely incredible. I want you to speak a little about your inspiration to explore ancestry through art in the way that you did.
Okay, so yes, my work was already like that before. Like I've been painting with like splashes of colors, and I was inspired by two main ladies. One is a photographer called Angelica Das. She's American, she lives in Spain right now, and another one was Michelle Norris, an author who will be in Charleston actually very soon for a talk. So yeah, the work of these two ladies.
What does the process look like from start to finish with the background before you even get into the art itself?
So that's a really good question. I've been trying to choose a panel of like 12 women who are from different ethnicities, different origins, and they all contribute to something special in Charleston through their job, through their work, their involvement. And so I found them, I interviewed them, tried to get a bit of background about their stories, who they are, what they do, and then they went through a DNA test. So I could extract a palette of color to design their portraits.
Wow.
Jordan is one of them, actually.
Yes. Really, Jordan?
Yes, I am.
and I want you to speak to the importance of having an exhibition like Alice's in Charleston and at the Gibbes Museum.
Yes, well, I have the privilege of leading the Visiting Artist Program at the Gibbes, and we work with emerging artists who sometimes have a vision and sometimes use our studios as just a time to just freely create. And Elise was one of those people who had a vision in mind. As soon as she came into the studios, this project was sort of, you know, like it had begun. Like she met me, she had these other women that were already involved in this DNA process, and I really didn't know what to expect, but I saw the intentionality of her work and how she really wanted to meet the women and get to know the women that are a part of this project so that it can come across in the artwork. And I think that's so important in any type of residency for the artists who are involved to be so passionate about the work that they create, because it's going to live long past the residency, past the solo exhibition. These are the things that we're going to be able to see and contribute it to Alice's talent.
Yeah. How does the DNA testing help you pick the colors and the backgrounds?
That's a really good question. So depending on the results, some of the ladies had up to 18 different ethnicities in their DNAs. So I kind of like associate a color to ethnicity. And I also try to match the percentage in the face. So for example, this lady has 30% Nigerian. And so you see this color representing Nigerian that's more prominent in the portrait. So I kind of like use the colors as like shadows and lights.
And then now, can you tell me a little bit about this one?
Yeah, so this lady has, she has like 10, 11 different ethnicities. You see like all the colors represent ethnicity. I try to use the lighter colors of her ethnicity to show the different points of lights in her face. And then the collage is reminiscing of the background. So all of these fabrics are from all the countries that she's from.
And now we can go and see the show in person. It opened in September 20th, but there's been a little bit of an extension. Jordan, tell us about this.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of an extension, which I'm excited about, but soon after the election, on November 12th, we're partnering with the Avery Research Center and the In Our DNA South Carolina, an organization started at MUSC to talk about genetic testing, DNA testing, in the health and wellness spectrum, really just to Alice and MUSC and all of these women that are involved in this project kind of mesh together this idea of art and health and wellness and the way that DNA testing helps contribute to, honestly, society and make it
much so.
Yeah, and speaks to where we're from and how it can help us with disease and uncovering different scientific facts about who we are. It's just so interesting. So we're going to have an open discussion about that on November 12th.
Wonderful. And all the information can be found at gibbesmuseum.org.
Yes.
Ladies, I want to thank you so much for being here. And Alice, thank you for sharing your work with our audience. And I can only imagine the impact that you've made on these 12 women's lives through your work.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Jordan. We're back after this.